Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we will be working on a Pokeball cork board. I collect Pokemon pins. Me and my family are pretty big into Pokemon, whether it's collecting cards or in my case pins. I have this box, shadow box, that I've been putting my Pokemon pins in, and as you can see, it is hard to open. It used to have these metal tabs on the back, but from opening it multiple times, they all broke off. I used glue dots, and as you can see, it stuck pretty hard. So I decided to make myself a cork board for my wall. Here are the supplies that I used for this project. I bought corkboard squares at Michael's. I got some heavy-bodied acrylic paint, and then the assorted acrylic paint colors that I used for this project. I used pink, purple, black, and then the white. I do mix the heavy-bodied acrylic paint with the Craft Smart acrylic paints because the Craft Smart paints are pretty thin. And then I've got my X-Acto knife that I use to cut the corkboard, my paintbrushes, my Posca paint pens, and then bowls for mixing. Okay, so the first step that I took was I bought these squares of corkboard and I traced out a circle and traced out the Pokeball shape. I mixed up all my paints and all the colors that I wanted to do, and I just painted the corresponding areas and their colors. I did have to do about 3 to 4 coats just because the cork board soaked up so much of the paint, so it started to look a little funky. So after about 3 or 4 coats, I was able to get it all to be the way that I wanted it to look. So right here I am using a wipe to wipe away the marker that I used to trace out the shape. Unfortunately, I noticed that when I was painting, it would all seep through. It did help a little bit doing that, but unfortunately when the white was done drying, you could still see some of the marker outlines. So I tried fixing that later on, which you'll see. Now this white is super thick and it was really hard for it to dry. And when it did dry, I noticed that it just kind of got streaky. So I had to do about 5 to 6 coats of white to make it look the way that I wanted it to. Once everything was done being painted, I grabbed out my Posca paint pens and I kind of tried to figure out whether I wanted to do gray, silver, or black. I decided to do black with the thick pen. Unfortunately, when you open the pens for the first time, it's really annoying because you have to sit and pump the paint to go to the tip. Not looking forward to having to do that to every single one of my pens. So I just took the pen and I traced along the edges of all of my cutout pieces. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope that you guys like and subscribe. for more videos from me. I will be posting every Sunday, so I hope to see you back.